Hello there and welcome to round 6 of this F1 2017 Sauber career mode, and round 6 is of course at the streets of Monte Carlo in Monaco. Before we listen to the voicemail, this was an event I struggled badly on F1 2016. I just couldn't get anything right. I was off the pace, struggling with everything. I think I crashed in qualifying and then finally in the race, and it's sort of the same with this one. Resource points, I think we managed to get green on the track acclimatisation, and that was it. That's all we managed to do. I ended up crashing out of the first and second session fairly early on, and in the third session I completely bypassed it and just bit the bullet and thought I'll just put on some very old parts and just get through qualifying and the race if we can. Pace wise, I haven't really got a good setup. I've messed around with 2 or 3 different ones and nothing has worked. The leaders are setting 112s, I'm back in the 117s, and we're going to be a lot slower than that now with some very old parts in the car. So for the qualifying target really is to get out there and do a couple of laps. Hopefully a few people make mistakes, we can move up the grid, and then in the race I'm just sort of hoping that it's a bit of a carnage one and we can just pick our way through the field. But the main target for qualifying in a race is just survive. I want to get to the end of the race. I haven't failed to finish a race yet, and I don't want it to start at Monaco. So I'm already on a bit of a downer before this event. I'm not expecting anything at all out of this race. If we even finish not last, it will be down to luck or someone retiring, because we have no pace here. I'm literally 5 seconds off the pace. So we'll listen to the voicemail and see what the target is to be set for qualifying. Yeah, we're qualifying last unless someone makes a mistake, so it'd be nice to at least get 19th. I'm hoping that someone does make a mistake, because pace-wise we're well off. We are well off. Yeah, we'll have a look then. As you can see, their practice session 3, 10 resource points, because I didn't go out on track at all. I just spent time, basically used a whole session to fit old parts. Practice session 2, 24 resource points. Time management failed. Track acclimatisation, I should say, we got green on. Yeah, no units have been done. So here we are at the moment then. So we're 0% on the ICE because all the others are in the low to mid 80s and we wouldn't see the end of the race. I've put on a 78% one MGUK, a 72% one MGUH, a 41% one energy store, a 60% turbocharger, and a 46% electronic system. Haven't changed the gearbox because that will give us a penalty. So I'm hoping that maybe a few other people have penalties, we can go up the grid. But yeah, we are going to be massively off the pace. And yeah, so we'll just got a short qualifying, we'll do a few laps, see where we end up. But there's going to be no miracles here. This could be an episode where I'm just trundling around at the back, but you never know, something might happen, big crash or something like that, or a lot of retirements, whatever, and you might spring a surprise. But on pace alone, we're right at the back. So we've got a short qualifying then, and see what we can do anyway in the 12-minute session. So then, here we are. We'll go and put a load of fuel in the car. 16 laps. We'll go down to 10 laps. 10 laps then. We'll go straight out on track, and we'll just trundle around. And yeah, you never know. See where we end up at the end of it. So then, out lap done. I've already been told I can't use rich mix, but I don't care. We're already in the wall. And yes, look, a brand new camera view. This is the camera view I use for Singapore and for Monaco, because the far chase view just doesn't work around really tight tracks like this. I'll be in the wall before you even know it. So we'll do a few laps, see where we end up. So then here we are, qualifying is over. Yeah, didn't do much, did 4 laps, well off the pace, and then crashed at the harbour chicane. No point even showing it because it's just pointless really. Yeah, it's going to be one of those episodes, I'm afraid. So Vettel's taken pole just ahead of Hamilton, and Raikkonen and Bottas in 4th. Red Bull 5th and 6th, Williams 7th and 8th, and Toro Rosso in 10 and 11. 11, 12, 13, we've got all the way to the bottom, 18.7. And I've got a 5-place grid penalty because I hit one of the Toro Rossos. He went round my outside, didn't see him in the mirrors, turned in, pitched him into the wall. He sustained damage, picked up a 5-place grid penalty. So yeah, we're pretty much confined to the back of the field. Yeah, 7 seconds off the pace. Admittedly, we had a lot of fuel and a lot of warm parts, but even taking that into account, we would have probably been about 5 seconds off the pace. So yeah, like I said, we are dog shit slow here at Monaco, and I just want to get this event over and done with so I can focus on the next few races. So yeah, like I said, main target for the race is just to finish. So then our resource points, not a lot, 47. Yeah, -3 points for the grid penalty. So yeah, we've still got a nice amount of resource points. The rivalry, yeah, we only lost 1 to that because it doesn't count sector times, which is I'm very happy about. But Verdon's got a good chance here of catching us up, unfortunately, which is not what I wanted. Reputation level, wow, that has absolutely bombed. Well, there you go. There's a good advertisement. If you want to get a seat higher up the field, you've got to be good week in and week out, and at the moment we are very bad. So everyone is right back to the beginning, apart from Haas, who have remained a little bit of faith in us. But yeah, after this race, I reckon everything's going to be last, and we've got to do a lot of work here to get it all the way back up. So we'll listen to the voicemail then for the race and see what the targets are. I would be nice and say finish 20th, but it's going to be 19th and beat Verline. Yep, indeed it is. Finish the race in 19th or higher and beat our teammate. So it is possible if we finish, because I think there will be a couple of retirements at least. And you never know, there might be grid penalties for other people as well for changing engine parts. We might be starting higher up than 20th, but you remember we've also got a 5-place grid penalty. So even if we get off the back row, I'll be happy. So we'll have a quick look at the laptop as well, see how our parts are getting on, if we are going to finish the race or not. Gearbox is fine, we know that. Power unit. Number 4 for that, so that's fine. 79% on the MG UK, and that is the highest by far. Expected lifespan 18 laps. I think Monaco's 20 laps, so I don't even think we're going to finish the race. But you know, whatever. This is the race that I haven't been looking forward to it since this career mode started. I knew I'd be bad, and I just need a minor miracle in a race if we're going to do anything in it. So we'll go to the race then, have a look at the race strategy, not that it matters too much, get the formation lap out of the way, and then try to attempt 20 laps at Monaco without sticking it in the wall.
Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Bottas, Verstappen, Daniel Ricciardo, and Vettel, Massa, Stroll, Perez, and Daniel Kvyat. Sainz, Hulkenberg, Kevin Magnussen, and Palmer, Van Dorn, Alonso, Pascal Wehrlein, and the Sauber, Grosjean, and Esteban Ocon rounds off the grid.
Yeah, that's easier said than done. So then, that was the grid then. Vettel's had a penalty, obviously our grid penalty as well, but it looks like both the Haases have changed quite a lot of parts this weekend, which means they now start on the back of the grid. So we'll have a quick look at the race strategy then. Drop the fuel down to 21. Bright and sunny throughout, ultra soft on to super soft. We'll do that. You never know, we might end up getting an early safety car or something like that, and we can pit onto a set of soft tyres and maybe jump a few people. So yeah, the target for this race is just finish. I just want to finish the race. I don't even care if we end up getting lapped, because Monaco to me is just awful, as I've said before already in this episode several times. Have a bit of fun, you never know, and yeah, try and get ahead of a few cars at the start, and yeah, try and get to the end of the race. So and here we are, 5 lights are coming on now, we're holding the clutch in, we're building the revs up. Let's get a good start. It's alright. Take it easy into turn 1. Someone's tagging me from behind. We've made a position. Up to 17th. No rich mix then, that's fine. Up the inside of our teammate here. Not comfortable. It's going to slot into position. Should we try to? Or I don't know. It's going to get tight. Picked up a bit of wing damage there. Grosjean going around our outside. So then lap 1 done. We remain in 18th place. 19 to go. So some guys have already made pit stops, not too sure why. Vettel's come out just ahead of us. Ricciardo's dropped back as well. We're into lap 4. We're keeping it together relatively well. Oh, Vettel's going really slowly here. Oh, he's in the wall. Whee! That's not going to help him. So Vettel's had problems there. He's got no front wing and a puncher, and he's just smacked it into the wall. So this is what I mean about Monaco. We're off the pace. I put a load of old bits on the car, but if we can just keep it together, we might end up getting a surprising result. And at the moment, it's happening because some of the big guys are now behind us. So they keep falling over themselves. Oh, we've fit the curve there a little bit. It spatters in the wall. And now we've got significant front wing damage on the right side. Oh, understeer. Alright, Jeff has given me a new strategy option, so we're going to take that. We'll pit at the end of this lap. That was a shame because the first 5 laps were pretty instant free and I was feeling quite comfortable. A little bit of a mistake there. And picked up a bit of damage. Ooh, safety car. Bottas is out. Safety car as well. Right. We're too far back really to do anything. Not going to pit anyway. So not to short us up to Bottas, but that would be us up to 19th place anyway, which is nice. The safety car as well. Hopefully, right, because we're a lap down, hopefully it will give us an opportunity then to unlap ourselves. There's Bottas on the side of the road. Did he put it in the wall? Can't tell. So we'll catch up to the queue anyway, and hopefully the safety car will let us go and lap ourselves and whatnot. Okay, apparently I can overtake the safety car. Well, I will after this hairpin, bloody hell. Oh, really? Get out of the fucking way then! So we're back in the pits then for the 3rd time. Safety car is now going round. It has caught a few cars up. Oh my god, absolutely everyone is lapping me. So yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to unlap ourselves, unfortunately. So safety car's in this lap then. It's had about 4 people catch up to it. Oh god, no 5th gear as well. Back to green then. Well, that was a bit of just a nightmare, wasn't it? I like that when you go through the tunnel and the engineer's talking to you. The radio goes all crackly. You get a load of statics. Obviously, you're in a tunnel. That's quite a nice touch, I think. At the final corner there. Did get to the end of the race, but it wasn't a good one. So then Hamilton wins the race with Raikkonen and Verstappen completing the podium. Stroll picks up a solid 6th place and Stoffel Van Dorn picks up McLaren's 1st point. Bit of a train there from Stroll all the way down from 6th to I don't know what. Further down then, Grosjean and Magnussen, well Grosjean anyways managed to get up from 19th. It was Ocon that started last, not Magnussen, I do apologise. But they've managed to get 11th and 12th. Further down, Palmer 14th, Verdun 15th. Vettel only managed to recover to 18th place. We made 3 pit stops and a lap down in 19th. But our fastest lap was a 17.6, which was only a second off of our teammate. Yeah, we got better as the race got on. But yeah, I'm just glad that Monaco's out the way. I'm also glad we managed to finish it as well, to be honest. So we keep our finishing record nice and intact. 6 races entered, 6 finished. We'll have a look at the standings very quickly then after this event. Hamilton extends his leads at the top. He's now on 113. Raikkonen in second on 98 and Vettel, who failed to score, slips back on 73. We remain in 12th place, but McLaren now finally have their 1st point. In the Constructors, Mercedes and Ferrari are now drawing actually 171 points each, and Red Bull are now 100 points to the good. Toro Rosso have scored a few more points and they've now jumped ahead of us, unfortunately, so that's pushed us back to 9th, but we've got a 7-point gap over McLaren, so we look good for 9th at the moment anyway, but certainly in the next few events I want to get the team into double figures at least. So resource points for the race, 68, not too bad really. And now the rivalry update, we will be getting very close. Yeah, 27 to 25, so it's getting very close now. I knew I'd be dropping points to Verline over the Monaco weekend. I just hate the track so much. I don't know what it is, but maybe my driving style, maybe because I'm on a pad, maybe the AI on here are just a bit OP. I don't know, but I've always seemed to struggle at Monaco. I really do hate the track, and I'm so glad it's over and done with now. So the team approval then, we should have gone up 4th for finishing 19th and then dropped 3 for Verline. As you can see, our reputation level has absolutely bombed because we had a poor race, a very poor qualifying, and all the practice sessions were awful as well. So pretty much starting off where we were at the first race, I've now got to rebuild all this reputation back up again with some consistent and strong weekends in the next 4 or 5 events. Haas still have a little bit of faith in us, but everyone else pretty much looks at us like an idiot right now, which is a bit of a shame. And the career score as well, I'll be lucky if this goes over 4,000, to be honest with you. $3,238. I think that's the worst career score I've ever seen after completing a week. Oh, here we are. Oh, is that a number 1 driver contract? Are you kidding me? After the worst Verline sitting over there. Hi mate, I've just nicked your contract. Team promotion. Dear Alex, you have proven yourself to be a key asset to the team, and as such we have decided to promote you to first driver position. As the team's number 1, you will receive bonus R&D resource points. Thank you. This will take place with immediate effect and will be shown at the end of weekend results screen. Best wishes, Sauber F1 team. So even though we've just had by far our worst weekend on the game in career mode, the team still look at us and go, you know what, you could be driver number 1. So nice. That's a nice way to end the episode then, isn't it, really, being promoted to driver number 1. So we'll have a look at the R&D tree in a minute. Power units first of all. We will now, yeah, that's fitted. Let's have a look. 79.83. I kind of want to do the first practice session or 2 before the next event. What is the next event, by the way? Let's look at the trophy screen. It's Canada. Okay, that should be okay. So what's the best we can do on here? I think we'll put the first one on again. Yep, that's fine. First for the energy store. What's the worst one on here? I'll keep it as turbocharger, and we'll put that on as well. So expected lifespan 12 laps. That's fine. We'll use these for FP1 at Canada. As for the gearbox, we've now completed 3 races and we're at 61%. So you never know, we might just be able to... Can we change gearboxes? Oh, if we change it before the event, does that mean... Yeah, we will take up a penalty. I think we'll just stick with this one for now and see what we can do with it. But we've now put on all the there we go, all the worst ones you've got for all of these. Burn through these in FP1 and then change some nice shiny new units for Canada, because I do quite like the Canadian track. So we'll look at the R&D screen then, because it's probably about time we spend some resource points. Where are we the worst? Chassis is the worst by a mile. Aero is on par with Haas. And powertrain is second worst, but obviously McLaren is terrible, although they are improving. Could look up here for durability and maybe spend 500 on the gearbox wear, and that'll be a week, so it'll come into effect straight away. Or shall we have a look at maybe spending some of these? Where are we at to now? Simultaneous development, we're getting close. Pit stop efficiency, we're getting close. Achieve first driver status and complete 1 race. To get a 5% bonus. That will come in next time as well. And obviously we've got the classic invitational events, which I should probably do an episode on them as well to start the development time to be a bit less. Right, let's have a look. Is this 500? That's 1,000. But these are obviously a bit cheaper as well. 400, 600 for that. Oh, that's factory, isn't it? And this is resource points, which we can only do 1 of. Kind of want to get a bit better first. Want to make the car a bit better, to be honest, as well. So I think chassis, oh, this is 1,000, isn't it? What's 500? These are all 500, aren't they? So gearbox is a bit of a worry. So I think we'll develop the gearbox. to get a bit of more reliability on it. I could spend all my points on this, to be honest. Can we do that one yet? We can't. No, we've got to wait until after it's done. Control electronic durability. What's the MG UK? This is the one where MG UK seems to go quite badly for us, because this is the one where you run rich mixing. So I might do MG UK as well. No, I won't. Right, I've done the gearbox one. I think what we'll do, we'll also look at the chassis as well. Should we do the front wing or the rear wing? 2 weeks, 2 weeks. It's all 1,000. Yeah, we're going to do the front wing now to get that unlocked as well. Right, okay, so there we go. We now have only 25 resource points. So in 2 weeks' time for Baku, the front wing will come in, and at the next event at Canada, we will have a bit of less wear on the gearbox as well, by 22.5%, which is very, very nice. And hopefully, you never know, might be able to do 6 races in the gearbox before we change it out. So that's pretty much it then. Nothing much else to look at. Yeah, so I'm glad Monaco's out of the way. I'm glad I finished the race. And I'm also very happy that we're now driver 1 as well. So we'll be looking to crack on with it, get some extra resource points, and slowly start developing more of the car, because we are lacking in all departments. And yeah, so into like the next few races should be quite interesting to see what we can do with the car. So yet again, thank you very much for watching the episode, and do come back and have a look at the next episode when it's up in a couple of days.